Hello, and we are back with more wrestling breaking news on the best slash worst YouTube channel on YouTube. So today's video is about Triple H has been accused of a scandal with ex-WWE star and Vince McMahon allegations. So the Vince McMahon train is continuing to plow through everything we love. Recently, Ryback went on a podcast, on Rene Dupree's podcast, and basically outed Triple H and Caitlyn. If you remember Caitlyn was a wrestler. Uh, she was around probably like 8 years ago. Who knows? Time flies so fast. I have no idea how long it's been. It's honestly probably been like 10 years, I guess. But apparently, Caitlyn and Triple H had an incident backstage, as well as, shockingly enough, John Cena and Alex Riley had some sort of weird incident. So I'm going to play this clip real quick from the Rene Dupree podcast. He has a great YouTube channel. Make sure to check him out. But we're going to play this clip really quick, and then we're going to break down everything.
For getting people to sign non-disparagement agreements, NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, where they'll come to terms on the shady things that happen. And here, take some your hush money and go away forever. And that has happened. And what they are finding is there's quite a bit of this. And there's stuff that I have that I've not released. There's stuff, and I'll give you guys. There's a Caitlyn and Triple H story out there. There's a John Cena and Alex Riley story out there. And if the board invests.
Well, I actually heard, like, it's like a locker room talk, but a story about Alex Riley and Cena.
I've heard that same rumor.
But there's more to it. Like, the story that I heard, if that were to get out, that would completely jeopardize Cena's Hollywood career.
Yep. Big time.
As far as Caitlyn and Triple H, when we had Ben on, he always talks about there was a time period where Stephanie and Hunter weren't wearing their wedding rings on television or whatever.
Yeah, you mentioned that the other night, actually, which I found interesting.
Yeah. And again, I always use this: believe nothing in what you hear and half of what you see in the wrestling business when it comes to, like, rumors and innuendo or whatever. But I also heard of Stephanie being involved at one of the wrestlers.
Really?
Yeah. And this wrestler getting divorced, and actually Triple H helping his ex-wife pay for legal costs.
Damn.
Again, I'm not naming names or anything, and this is all just,
So there you have it. I'd like to make a correction. It appears they were watching a clip from what is probably Ryback's own podcast. He does a lot of things on Instagram, so it may have been from one of those. But Rene Dupree himself was saying that apparently at one point Triple H and Stephanie, neither one of them had their wedding rings on at some point. I mean, all of this is speculation. This is the most speculative speculation you could ever find when it comes to this Vince McMahon lawsuit situation. You just don't know what kind of case of worms are just lurking out there. Very scary stuff. But we also have over here, we have on PW Mania. This is more about the former WWE star claims he heard a story that would completely jeopardize John Cena's Hollywood career. So I'm going to play this clip. This is, let's check out, let's try to see when this this is 6 years ago. Okay, so this is 6 years ago from Alex Riley himself. He has this to say about the John Cena situation.
Yeah, I guess I'm not saying anything that other people haven't already kind of said. I mean, it is kind of out there. So I'll say this. There was an incident, and it certainly affected the path of my career. However, I'm not going to talk about it right now. I've kind of gone back and forth in my own head morally, really, with do I say anything, do I not? I'm not in the habit of destroying anybody's career. So it's just something at this point I don't want to address further than that. But one day I certainly will. It was a hard situation to deal with.
And there you have it from a podcast 6 years ago. Alex Riley going on to talk about a situation that happened with John Cena. And it's quite unfortunate that Alex Riley doesn't want, or at least back then, didn't want to come out and say exactly what John did. And he said one day he will come out and say what he did. Well, this might be the perfect time, since so many people are speaking out on Vince McMahon allegations. Now might be the perfect time for Alex Riley to come out and say what John Cena did or allegedly did. You know, it wasn't that long ago, probably a couple of days ago, John Cena was on the Howard Stern show and said that, basically showed support for Vince McMahon and said it was a shame that Vince was going through all the things he was going through. It just came across very weird. Kind of came across the type of shit that someone would say if they were into the same sort of fucked up, depraved, kinky shit that Vince McMahon was into himself. Like, you just don't know. You have these, like, yes men. Vince has always had his yes men. And with all due respect, it seems like I've never heard that many horrible things about John over the years. You've heard so many stories about Vince McMahon over the years. He's done so much fucked up shit. John, you don't really hear about John. He likes to keep a low profile. He's kind of, you know, Brock Lesnar kind of liked to keep a low profile. Wasn't much of a people person. Just kept to himself. But Brock Lesnar ended up getting involved in these Vince McMahon allegations. So John Cena might be the next one. Like, you just don't know with these Hollywood elite types. Like, I get that people love Hollywood and they love their wrestlers, they love their actors, but a lot of these people are sacks of shit. And like, I hate to say it, I'm not saying it from any place of malice. Like, I like John Cena, but if he's a piece of shit, then he's a piece of shit. You know, if we gotta, you know, if WWE's gotta cancel Vince and Chris Benoit and John Cena and Brock Lesnar and all these people, then that's just what's gonna happen, I guess. Like, if you're any kind of good person, like, you will show support for these victims. But also, I have to go on the record to say, everyone is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. But everything's not black and white. It's so fucking hard to find evidence for a lot of this stuff. But Vince McMahon has done so much that you have to think that they will find some sort of evidence against Vince McMahon. Like, maybe even against some of these wrestlers. Like, it's fucked up. We live in a fucked up society. It's horrible. It's horrible. Like, if you have money and power, you can get away with fucking almost anything. And, you know, there's not more powerful than a fucking millionaire Hollywood elite celebrity type like John Cena. And definitely someone like Vince McMahon. There's just no stopping these people. Some of these people are horrible monsters. You know, some of these people are just absolute depraved individuals. So, leave a comment and tell me, since Alex Riley himself won't say it, leave a comment and tell me, what do you think that John Cena could have possibly done to Alex Riley? What do you think he could have done to him that's so bad that Alex Riley doesn't want to talk about it? What do you think that Triple H and Caitlyn did? It kind of seemed like maybe Triple H and Caitlyn had some sort of affair behind Stephanie's back or something at some point. It's just wild. It's wild. Just crazy things happening constantly in the world of the WWE right now. Seems like everyone else is keeping their nose pretty clean at this point. So while we're on the air right now, shit, hold on a second. While we're on the air, let's go see if there's any more allegations going on. All right, we'll start off with this. We'll start off with Triple H and Caitlyn. What's going on with this? Comments on the return. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, this is an article from 2018. This is Triple H comments on the return. Fuck me. Triple H comments on the return of former Divas champion Caitlyn. What is this article about? Triple H comments on the return of former... Wait, when the fuck did Caitlyn return? So Caitlyn hasn't been in the WWE since 2013? The second edition of the Mae Young Classic. Well, I'll be honest with you. I know a lot about wrestling. I don't remember that. It seemed like I remember Caitlyn. She was around for a while, for a couple of years. Barely any time at all Caitlyn was around. And she won the title. She received a mega push. So it makes you question, when a wrestler receives a mega push like that, what did they do to get it? You just never know in this day and age. You never know if she had like AJ Lee would say, sucked up to the people backstage and got her position. You just don't know these people. You don't know. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But we're not gonna let this video run for too long. I feel like I've overstayed my welcome. Leave a comment telling me, what do you think that Triple H? What do you think that Triple H and Caitlyn did behind the scenes? Apparently, there was a situation where Triple H and Stephanie were no longer wearing their wedding rings that Renee Dupree was alluding to. Also, I do have to point out that a lot of this information came from Ryback, who is a bit of an attention seeker, always likes to stir up drama and stir up shit. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's in the wrong for stating this. I mean, this could be real, it could be fake. You just never know with all of this. It's crazy. But when so many rumors come out, some of them have to be true, and this could be one of the rumors is true. It could be one of the rumors is fake. So leave a comment telling me what you think about this situation. Do you think that John Cena is innocent? Do you think Triple H and Caitlyn have a, I hate to even use this term, innocent affair. An affair is never an innocent thing, but compared to the things that Vince McMahon allegedly done, if all he had was an affair, then the story wouldn't be as insane as it is. So leave a comment and let me know, do you support John Cena? Do you think that he's innocent? Just what do you think about this? It's like every other day there's just the shit hitting the fan, just pure fucking chaos every day. Just leave a comment and let me know how you feel about this, and thank you for watching. We'll be back with more wrestling news possibly every day. Thank you for watching.